Hi, everyone. I'm Ronnie.
And I'm Jessica.
And you're listening to Clean With Me,
the podcast where we walk you through cleaning your house.
Hey everybody, Jessica here, and today I want to talk about either cleaning your car, which I very much need, or a area in your house that desperately needs tending to, whether that be a closet, something that's gotten out of hand that's usually not gotten to, you usually don't get to it. It could be, just your living room's gotten really bad, your bedroom's gotten really bad. For me, I've been neglecting my car, so that's what I'm going to focus on, but you don't have to clean your car. It's basically, the same steps for cleaning your car, maybe slightly different, but the same as deep cleaning your closet or drawers or, a room that you've been neglecting. So let's get right into it. First thing I want you guys to do is, get ready, have a snack, have some coffee, whatever it is that gets your head in the game, and then we're going to start cleaning. So my car gets dirty really fast, faster than I'd like to admit. I always say I'm going to keep up with it. I even bought a bunch of, seat covers and stuff like that, which has been 100% helpful. Don't get me wrong. But my car still collects a lot of clutter because I would like to say it's my kids, and they definitely add at least 70% of it, but I'm just as bad because I just leave stuff in my car all the time. So what I did, and this, if you struggle with your car, just quick side note before I get into it, what I did is I got these plastic mats for the back seat of my car because I was going to say kids aren't going to eat in my car anymore, and I think I said that in my last episode. That's just not feasible with my lifestyle. They're going to eat in the back seat. So I got covers for the back seats, complete covers, top, bottom, and then I got these really thick, and they were cheap. They were actually the cheapest floor mats that they had at the place. I got these really cheap plastic floor mats for the floors. That way, if any food drops, anything nasty drops, for the most part, my floor is going to be protected, and if it's something that's like really bad, like they spill milk or yogurt or who knows what, because sometimes I give them yogurt on the way to school. If it's something like that, it just wipes right off, right? So definitely recommend getting those. But even though I got all that, the seat covers and stuff, my car is still a wreck. And it's because I'm not maintaining, and I know I'm working towards it, but we're not perfect. That's just one of the places I've struggled with for a long time. If my house is clean, my car is definitely not clean. It's like one or the other. So anyway, moving on. First thing I want you to do in whatever area you're cleaning today, whatever major area that you've been neglecting, you definitely did not want to clean this area. Maybe it's underneath your bed. Maybe it's your closet. Maybe it's your drawers. Maybe it's just your garage even. Just an area of neglect in your house that people may not see. I'm not having people driving in my car all the time, and that's why it's not getting clean. And that's not the right attitude for me to have, because when I'm dropping the kids off at school, I don't want to be rushing the kids out of the car so that their teacher doesn't see all the, buildup of jackets and toys and who knows what else in the back seat because it's a wreck. It just adds anxiety into my life that doesn't need to be there. And, they don't look in my car very often, but that's not the point. It also makes me just have anxiety, feel icky about it. And we all have those places, and that's what I'm saying. Whatever place that you're thinking of right now that gives you anxiety, and you're like, oh, I'd be mortified if someone opened this door. I'd be mortified if someone looked in my garage. I'd be mortified if someone looked in this closet. This closet is just piled high with just junk, or, whatever it is. So that's the place I want you guys to focus on. And the first thing I want you to do is throw away all the trash. So I come prepared when I'm going to do a clean. If it's my car, I usually let my kids play outside in the front yard, and I give them like a little border they can't pass because I'm, in my car, I'm like half paying attention to them. So I tell them they have to stay up by the house, or I have them play in the backyard or something, and then check on them periodically. But they usually like to be with me in the front yard. Just, I tell them to stay behind the car. Anyway, you don't need to know the logistics of it. But I kind of make it a double, fun thing for the kids. Like, I feel like, hey, I'm kind of being a good mom here. I'm letting them play outside, having some sun time. So pick a nice day to do it. And while they're having fun, I bring, trash bags. I know my car is terrible. Bring a trash bag, bring something to wipe your car down, whether it be rags and a spray. If you have car spray, great. If not, just use something that's not super harsh, that's not going to damage anything. I like just using the disinfecting wipes that I always use and have on hand in my car. And, it's not going to make my dash or anything super shiny, but it does the job. So I just gather my supplies. I've got trash cans. I've got stuff to wipe down. I've got stuff to dry off. I usually have a carpet cleaner of some sort and a wet rag, because even though I do have those mats down, sometimes they get stuff on the seats. And, maybe you don't have seat covers like me and you need to spot clean. So, and I bring my hand vacuum, but my hand vacuum really doesn't do the job. So I usually go to a car wash at the end of the session. So moving on, I want you guys first, trash needs to get out of the way. So gather all your trash, throw it away in every area of your car. If you have little helpers that would like to help, awesome. If not, no worries. But just start getting all that trash out of your car. And again, we want to clean for ourselves. Think about as you're trying to put off cleaning your car or whatever problem area you're cleaning right now that you've been avoiding, think about how you're not going to have to think about it anymore. Think about how you're not going to have to stress if someone needs a ride. Because I've had times where my car is a mess because this is something I've struggled with for a while. And, like for instance, the other day, my mom randomly came into town and I had to go pick her up. Well, she has a tracker on my phone of where I am, and I had pulled up to the hotel where she was at because she came to Texas. And she was like, hey, I see you're here. And I was like, I'm cleaning out my car really quickly before you come in or whatever. And of course, she's my mom, so she doesn't care. But, I felt stressed about that. I was embarrassed about that. And it's not just all about what others think, but do you want to constantly have anxiety about, what happens if someone opens a store? What happens? I really need to clean this because there's so many things I can use in this closet or garage or whatever, and I'm just buying new stuff because I don't want to clean it. It's just, why give yourself that stress and anxiety? You know what I mean? Why stress about that stuff? Just knock it out. It'll take 15, 20, 30 minutes max. If you're doing your whole garage, it might take a little bit longer. Do it in stints. Time yourself. Say, I'm going to spend 30 minutes in here. Take a break. Take a lunch break. Maybe watch an episode of a show or do something else you need to do. Take a break. Fold some laundry or something. Come back to it and then put in another hour if it's something really major. But just be picking up all of the trash, any and every trash item. And then I also, because I watch all kinds of joke TikToks and stuff and, Instagram reels of families with small children talking about how every time they get in their car, their kids bring like 50 items, and then it's like joke videos about how many things they have to take out. I always have like 50 toys, 50 jackets. Sometimes my kids after school take off their socks and shoes, and then I can't find their school shoes in the morning because they took them off in the car. I've tried to stop them from doing it, but it still happens. Kids are kids, right? So, that kind of stuff. I also, not only do I have a trash bag for trash, but I have a bag for stuff that does not go in the trash, things that are going inside. That way I don't have to take 1,000 trips. And as I'm picking up the trash and getting that stuff out of the way, what I'm going to do is I am going to keep my, all the stuff that's not trash, I'm just going to put it in a pile, right? That way, when everything's I pick a seat that I've already cleaned off, and then I'll put all the jackets, shoes, toys, what have you, whatever is not perishable, whatever's not getting thrown away in my car. And while you guys are doing that and working on, and again, if you're in another area that's not the car, use the same system, except maybe just put it in a pile. Since you're not having to bring it inside, you probably don't want to put it in a bag, because then you might not get to the bag. But have a pile or a box of things that need to be put away in different rooms. Like, have a pile for each room that the stuff is going to in whatever area, and then go through those piles and take them inside to the designated places that the piles go, if that makes sense. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, I'm just gonna tell you guys a little story. So just be picking up your car and getting everything out of the car as I talk. But my child, something interesting that happened, I guess. We had this giant hailstorm. I mean, these hail balls were like the size, a little bit bigger than a bouncy ball you would get out of one of those machines. So they were pretty big. I live in Texas, around the Dallas Grand Prairie area. And, yeah, they were big. And I called my dad to show him, because I was like, whoa, that's huge. These are huge. And then he was like, oh, you need to check on your cars. And I was like, Dad, I have an old car. Like, if it gets a couple dents, I'm not that worried about it. Whatever. Well, my husband was off for like 3 days, so I had been driving in his truck. And I get to go drive my car yesterday. It shattered my back window, shattered it. I'll post a picture on Patreon. If you're a supporter on Patreon, I'll go ahead and post it. But it shattered the back door window of my car, and it's still intact. It's just shattered. So my older daughter has extreme anxiety, and this is the first day I used my car to take them to school, and she was freaking out about it, and I felt really bad. But she was like, it's going to break. I'm like, no, it's not. If it breaks, it's going to break outward, and you're not even sitting by it. You're sitting on the other side of the car. So that was a fun little surprise. I was like, oh, I don't even know how it happened. I guess because it was windy, but that's annoying. At least it's still there for now. But one of my doors already has a different colored door because of a fender bender I was in, and the color is slightly off. So now the shattered window's on the opposite side of my car. So now my car looks more trashy than ever. It looks like a crackhead's car. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on the podcast, but it does. It looks like it doesn't look the best. I'm not a vain person. I don't really care. It's just annoying because my car is not that old and it just looks like a garbage can. But that is why we're going to keep the interior clean, because darn it, I got brand new seat covers that I don't want to completely destroy, and we're going to clean this car. Okay, so when you guys are done sorting everything, throwing away trash, I want you guys to go ahead and take the bag inside of trash, or put it in your dumpster, and then take all the stuff that you gathered from inside the car that goes inside, and bring it inside and put it right by the front door. And you are going to go through that as soon as you get in the house, because if you were anything like me, you're going to leave it there. Do not do that. Do not leave it there. So, and again, whatever area of the house that you're in, if you're not in your car, I want you guys to, same thing, start, we're going to put, if you have everything sorted into piles of which rooms they go to, which area of the house they go to, put them away. And if you're doing something like a closet, like a linen closet or, storage closet, something like that, bedroom, whatever the case may be, you don't have to just throw away trash. When you're throwing away trash, you can throw away things that are no longer in use. Like when I'm cleaning a kid's room, for example, broken toys, thousands of, Happy Meal toys from over the years, junky toys that people gave us, baby toys that they don't use anymore, that are junk that no one else can get use out of, that kind of stuff. Distract them, get them out of the room if they're not in school, and get rid of that stuff. You know what I mean? And then once we're done with, bringing everything inside, we've got all our trash thrown away, let's do our vacuum. So if you have to go to a car wash for this, I like going to a car wash because, one, I never wash the outside of my car, and I definitely can't now because of my window that's about to shatter. But I like going because the vacuums are really strong, so they get pretty much everything up. I do a very thorough vacuum. I kind of, hit my mats against the ground to get all the dust and stuff out. Some car washes actually have mat cleaners and stuff like that actually wash them. I've been to one where you can stick the mat through, and it cleans the mat for you. And then if you have like the plastic ones like I do, highly recommend. Except I don't put it in the actual driver's seat spot because it slips and slides, even though it's not supposed to, and it has little grippers. I found that it was kind of a safety issue, so I took that one out and just put an extra one in the back seat because Lord knows they need it. But anyway, after I do a thorough vacuum, I either drive home or do it there. I'll have my products for cleaning, disinfecting wipes, a wet rag, carpet cleaner, whatever, and I just go ham. I clean every little area. If you need a toothbrush to get all those little nooks and crannies, do that. And I want you guys to just thoroughly wipe down everything, anything and everything. And if you're doing a room, I want you guys to do a vacuum or a sweep very thoroughly and a mop. Once you're done sorting everything and putting everything away. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. This car clean out, it does include your trunk. I know. I hate doing my trunk because, it's just there. I just kind of shove things to the back when I'm getting groceries. But I recently just cleaned it out. The rest of my car is filthy right now, which is why I'm about to clean it. That's why I'm doing an episode on this. But my trunk, this is included. So same thing in the back, all of your stuff that needs to go inside, put it in a bag, put it by the front door. And then as soon as I am done with this episode, you are going to go through every item in those bags, put them in piles of which room they go in, and put them away where they go right now, today. If there's a whole lot of stuff, then, take your time with it. But definitely put it away or it's going to sit there for a good minute. So thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you got something out of this. If you're not like me and you don't have a disaster of a car, please implement this method and just clean a coat closet, clean your room, clean anything that needs to be cleaned, and just throw away trash, sort, put away, and then do your wiping down and sweeping. It's same formula for every room, but I want you guys to do a place that does not usually get cleaned, that you find yourself stressing about and putting off. Thank you so much for listening, and as always, happy cleaning.